Hey friends, Cherie here. Welcome back to the channel, Gardening at Home with Cherie. Well, as promised, I'm back to continue sowing some tree seeds. This will probably be over the course of several videos because I have baskets. I have lots of seeds that I've been saving now for like over a decade, and I want to start sowing them. Some of these I've tried before and I failed to grow them, like the pink banana. But I bought like 4 packs of these, so I can keep trying and trying. I have a lot of moringa, dwarf moringa seeds. I have a few more packs of those. Those I know I can germinate and grow. I just have to remember to up pot those, for example, as they continue to grow, or they die on me. I always grow Roselle. I have a couple different varieties of Roselle. I'm going to be starting all those. This is a really old seed pack from 2021. I mean, that's not really old, but I did try to germinate some of these last year, and I think I only put like 1 or 2 seeds in it because it was a different pack. That's all I had left in there, and I didn't get any germination. I found another pack, and I feel like I have more. My seeds right now are ridiculously disorganized. I've started with 2 different seed organization systems, and they have both failed me. And so I think I've come up with a third way. I have like a deep seed vault. Those are like seeds that I'm saving, you know, in case. But my working seed supply that I've, picked to sow each season, I get them organized and I pull them out to sow them, and then I don't put them away. As I sow them, for example, I put them in Ziploc bags like here, and then they don't get put back away because I like to keep them grouped until I see that they've germinated, and then I can put them back, but then I never put them back. So along with sowing lots of these tree seeds, mainly because a lot of them really say they take a long time to germinate. Like here, these, it says you need to start them 12 to 20 weeks before your last frost. So I got to get those started. Same with the Roselles. I have to start those really, really early in order to get a harvest, which I have achieved twice, but it was a smaller harvest. Then I brought the plants inside and they don't do as well. So I'm starting even earlier than my previous clock there. And then again, I'm going to keep mentioning, I do hope to have a heated greenhouse. One of my greenhouses I hope to have actually fully functioning heated. We're gonna test it out, and so that might help me extend my season also with keeping things really warm. And so anyway, we're gonna get in here. I also am preparing for my very first ever seed swap. And so I'm really excited about that. I've gone to things where I've picked up plants and stuff like that, but this is actually going to be my first time like going through all of my seeds, all my seed archives. I mean, I have hundreds of varieties of things that I've never actually even sown myself. I have a lot of free seed packets that I have gotten over the years, especially from Baker Creek, and most of the companies that I buy from, they're always throwing in something free, and it's often something that I already have. So I'm going to be participating in 2 big seed swaps for the first time. So I'm also going to be allocating some things and bagging up some things to share with other people that can hopefully grow some of these things. So that's kind of exciting. Yeah. So it's going to be a lot going on this week. I'm going to try to film as much as I can. And then some of the things I just need to get rid of. Like these are things, I shared this last year when I was sowing my berry seeds. And anything that says on there that it could be possibly poisonous, I'm not growing that because I do, this is a food garden that I'm growing. So these are the kind of things, like I'm going to take these I'm going to put these in the seed swap bin, because there might be people that are growing, more ornamental things and things for animals on their property and not just things they eat, or they just, they'll be more disciplined than I would be with like keeping track that you can't eat these. And really for me, I could keep track, but when you're dealing with other people and pets, You know, I don't want my pets eating something accidentally that might make them sick. And my husband will go out there and see something that looks like a berry and he might eat it. So I don't want that either. So we're going to put those aside. But yeah, this is going to be a really fun next couple weeks for me, because as I prepare for the seed swaps, I'm going to go through my full seed collection, which is kind of out of control, but it's going to give me the chance to properly get it organized. And I'm probably going to share with you guys, because again, mainly because I know, especially when you're a new gardener, you know, it's kind of fun to see like all of the things that are possible that you can grow. And I'll try to give you some descriptions of them and you can see if that sounds like something that you might want to grow. But anyway, this is a long introduction. Let me get set up. I gotta move this one tray that I set up earlier with the microgreens. I'm gonna move that, and then I'm gonna get some containers filled with fresh soil so we can start some more seeds. Okay, so the first thing I started are these dwarf moringa seeds. And I have 3 packs here. I have a couple in my vault, and I'm realizing I should have looked to see which ones were the oldest. Okay, this is 2025. I'm gonna use this one for the seed swap. This was 2022. I might sow some more. I'm gonna leave these out. And then the ones I sowed were from 2024. And like I said, I've grown these lots before. I've been able to germinate them. I shared them on my old gardening channel. My main issue was that I was leaving them too long before uppotting. And like, you gotta they really want to be in the ground or in like a huge pot. And I'm prepared for that this year. But I was not in previous years. And honestly, with all my vegetables, you know, food growing, I let those things kind of fall by the wayside. But I'm gonna try really hard, and I'll tell you more about my plan, what I'm gonna do with these as we go through. But I did think through a plan to keep these from dying this year. So we shall see if I'm successful, but I'm certainly, again, gonna share these seeds with others, because I have some other packs as well from like Etsy. I think someone sent me a big, like a free sampler bag with an order. And so it's time to get those passed on to other people. So I'm just with my finger pushing these down so that they are covered. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna do with those. And I am gonna put the domes on top so that they stay moist. Be watering from the bottom. All right, the next seeds I'm going to do are coffee beans. I have coffee bean seeds from 3 different sources. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Again, mainly to test their viability, if they get to germinate. And again, because I have so many of them, these will also be seeds that I'm going to share in the seed swap. And here's what the coffee beans look like. Same thing. It said, all the packets said that these can take anywhere from 2 to 6 months to germinate. So, yeah, we'll be monitoring these and we'll just see. And I'm gonna go ahead and still prepare some packets for the seed swap, and I'll just put that information on there that, you know, this is how long it supposedly takes. I mean, I can't imagine that, you know, if someone gets these seeds and they don't germinate, that they'll be super upset. But I do think I'm going to put some kind of indication on the packets when I prepare them of if I've been able to germinate them or not, right? And certainly I'll put those germination times on there so folks aren't thinking that things aren't germinating, you know, after a few weeks, when it's because the seeds they take longer. Different seeds just take a lot longer to germinate. So I will definitely do that. Okay, and then last up, I prepared 3 cells for 3 different kinds of citrus. So I have a kumquat, fukushu kumquat seeds that I bought. I have Meyer lemon seeds that I bought, and I have blood orange seeds that I saved, you know, from fruit that I ate. And so I'm gonna get those. All right, so I have a lot of all 3 of these seeds, and so I put 4 in each. And if by some miracle all 4 germinate, I will just prick them out and separate them. You know, we'll see. I have no idea how long to expect these to germinate. So, you know, I'll just be watching, checking as I water, and then I will make a note for myself, you know, noting how long each thing took. So if I want to try it again, I'll have that information. And again, if they germinate before the seed swap, I can put that information on to those envelopes. Because yeah, I mean, I have a lot, I save a lot of seeds, even from stuff that I eat. And then like I said in yesterday's video, I've just, you know, when I first started gardening, I was just buying all the seeds. I had no idea about grow zones and and I just wanted the seed, and then I got into the point where I'm like, oh, I can grow that as a house plant. But you know, I started my business, and then I just didn't have as much time for gardening. I restarted the fabric shop after COVID, and then I restarted the handmade business. And so, and that first 2 years here, you know, 2020, you know, I had all day. I had a lot of time. I was just playing with all the things and ordering all the things. But my time is a little different now. So, but again, I do want to get these things used for myself just to see if I can germinate it. And then again, 2026 is going to be my year to get things onto other growers so they can have a crack at it, and just so we can keep these seeds alive, hopefully. So anyway, that's it for today. Well, that's it for this tray. I think I'm gonna do one more tray. I got time for one more tray. Let's get some more seeds out. All right, so we're gonna quickly do 9 more pots. I have some Cherimoya seeds. I have some papaya seeds, Roselle, pepper, like the actual pepper, like black pepper. I have something called a yucca banana. So I'm gonna, let's get these all in. And I'm going to show you what the seeds look like before I bury them under the soil, in case anyone's curious. I'm always fascinated to see what the seeds, especially for trees, look like. Like, some of the seeds are so small compared to the tree. It's crazy. Anyway, let me get these seeds sown and get my labels, and we'll be back to wrap this video up. All right, so these are those 2018 Thai Roselles. And I think I mentioned I have a few, I have a lot of packets of Roselle, different varieties. And so I'm sowing this one, and the rest of them I'm gonna sow, you know, tomorrow or the next day. We'll see. But this is what the seeds look like. I put 2 seeds in 2 different pods of those. I hope that they still germinate. I have a lot of Cherimoya seeds, and so these are some that I bought years ago. And so, yeah, I have a couple packs that I bought when I was buying all those different tree seeds. So this is one of the packs. I put 2 seeds from that one. And then it's a fruit that I get pretty regularly now, just from my my weekly tropical fruit hauls. So I have a lot of saved seeds. And so this one I put, I went on and put 4 seeds in there. And I got to get these bagged up. I'll get those marked. And then I have a bunch of other bags that I've saved. I'm going to see how these germinate. And again, that'll be some great seeds to give away in the 2 seed swaps. Next up, I'm going to start these. These are called banana yucca. That's what the seeds look like. Kind of hard to see on the soil, but they're just little flat black seeds. Very interesting. I feel like I have another pack of these. I think I'm going to go ahead and put 3 in there just to see what happens. And again, this is one of those plants that, I mean, I don't think I can grow this outdoors. It says it's hardy, but temperatures into the teens. And so it is something that if my greenhouse performs the way I hope it does with the heating, I might be able to keep it in a pot there. Otherwise, I'll have to bring it indoors. I don't know. We'll see. I got the seeds. I'm gonna play around with it and see what happens. So next up, I put in some black cardamom seeds. I put 3 of the seeds in there. That's what they look like in there. I feel like I might have another pack of these too. I got these back in 2022. It says here it's a relative of ginger native to the mountainous regions of the Yunnan province. The seed pods are highly aromatic and when dried are used as a spice in cooking. A clumping plant with rhizomes similar to most gingers does best in humid tropical environments. And so, and again, I feel like I've probably bought multiple packs of these. The seeds were really cheap. The seeds were really cheap and I was just buying like multiple packs of things. So we'll see if this germinates, hopefully how it does. Next are these black pepper seeds. This is for the actual like black pepper that you grind, like salt and pepper. These are seeds I bought back in 2021. So let's see, you know, if they germinate. I picked up a couple bags of these persimmon seeds because these trees are supposed to be hardy here. I bought a couple of persimmon trees. They have not really done well. So I'm gonna see what happens if I try to grow it from seed myself. And lastly, I'm gonna start some mountain papaya seeds. This is what the seeds look like. I'm gonna put 3 of them in here and we'll see what happens. All right, so all the seeds are in there. I'm gonna get these pushed down, get them watered, get the little domes on top and get them on the grow rack. All right, friends, so I thank you for watching and I'll see you back here again soon. I'll be sowing more tree seeds and more food for my indoor garden. Take good care. Bye.